You let me know.
Yeah, we're live.
We are live. Welcome.
Excuse me, little zig.
Welcome, folks, to What the F.A.Q.
Yeah.
Christmas, close to Christmas edition. Well, I don't know.
You're unable to connect to chat.
Chat disconnected.
All right, well,
Please
hopefully.
wait while we try to reconnect you. Is this how it's going to start? This
I guess
is it?
so. I was
We've
gonna
been
say,
on here for 3 seconds and it's already shit.
I'll refresh it here in a second if it. Well, and of course it did it right when I hit go live, but.
Yeah, and are we? Yeah, we're looking fairly.
Well, yeah, maybe let me turn it up a little bit because
fairly
it is gonna get darker. So.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's here can see what the hell's going on, because obviously we clicked on and it's a little bit. It's very nice. Yeah, welcome Thursday. The Thursday FAQ extravaganza, as usual. Appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah.
I'm here as always with Dylan,
Yes.
and yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, the chat's all messed up, so I'll refresh that, I guess, real quick because it's still not refreshing over here.
All right, so we're getting everything. Chat is disconnected. Yeah, there's all sorts of screwery stuff going on. So we have no idea. Are we even on?
As far as I know, yeah.
All right, well, I don't know. It says 140 and it hasn't moved. So we may be on. All right, I'm not sure what's going on. If we are on, then you can hear me, and we're, technical difficulties. If we're not on, then we're not. Visual, I don't know how. Okay, I don't know what's going on. No, it looks like we're still on. Maybe, yeah. Terry's like, say weird shit before Dylan refreshes the chat. Okay, I think we're good, right? Everybody's good?
Should be.
Good. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I do need to learn to embrace it. At this point, I do need to look at them as
I've been telling you
chances
this.
to.
I've been telling you this for years.
I know.
Just like a duck. Just
Yeah.
quack it off.
Beads of frustration.
Yeah, just you gotta let it roll off, man. Everything is effed all the time. Like
Yeah.
we've been doing this 10 years now. Yeah, 10 years, right? You were just a
Well, the video, yeah, I mean, we started those
fresh-faced
pretty,
little lad.
yeah, because we started these pretty much right away. I mean, the old ones anyway.
We've been doing it for a while for
Yeah.
the shitty subscriber count we have.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's okay. I don't care. We still do it. But
Hey, they're few but loyal.
yes. But yeah. I mean, we've been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
With all of it, though.
Well, yes, it's
Not
just
only
that
with this stuff,
I just
but
find it.
all of the things.
Yeah.
It's like just.
It just always happens like right when we go. Not before, not after, not when I'm trying to do other things. It's only right when we're live.
Why is it now that you?
Yeah.
I like getting it. Like, yeah, dude, this is all. It's always effed. So just roll with it. We roll with the punches. We embrace the effery,
Yes.
and we just roll with it, right?
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I think it seems to be. Should be working.
Yeah, I think we're still good.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
all right, so let's start out by saying hello to everybody.
Yes.
I mean, we got a
Well,
few
Terry
people.
was the first one in there for sure. So
So I see Terry in there. What's happy? Gary Redburn's in here. Janice Lala. Paul McNary is in. What's happening? Eric Lutinger is in. Hey, what's happening?
Jeffrey Egan.
Jeff Egan.
Oh,
hey,
Ben.
Ben Coombs.
Hey, Ben.
What's happening, buddy? So, yeah, we got a pretty good crowd so far.
Yeah.
Well, seeing that Ben Coombs is here, for those of you guys that know or don't know, I think everybody knows, Ben is
Oh, hit his 5,000 mark.
Well,
yeah.
he hit 5,000 in subscribers, so congratulations on that. But also, he's from Canada.
Oh. And also, he's from Canada.
And also,
Yeah.
he's from Canada, which leads me into today's...
Oh, Canadian-inspired product featurette.
Yes, yes, because it's much smaller than our normal feature.
Yes.
So, because today, I don't even know what it says it on the title.
Well, yes, yeah.
Sliding into last second.
Well, yeah, and
So,
did you want to do the. Well, it depends. I mean, because we've had the D25s for a little bit.
Yes, we have.
But when and actually I never really, because that didn't end up working the way I thought it was when the Rev guys came to do the beer and gear. Like the format was a little different than I was expecting it to be. So I don't think that stream ever really ended up happening, if I remember right.
That's true. It didn't.
So yeah, I don't think we've actually demoed, even though in my brain I feel like we've demoed this one before. We haven't actually. So this would be a first time, and it's mainly for the amp in particular. I'll pop the pedal cam on in just a minute, but
Yeah, because we do.
you
have
guys
a
are
couple,
familiar. Yeah.
We do have a couple Rev pedals here. We got the G2 and the G3.
Yes.
That will be pushing through the D25 by Rev, which is right here. Yeah. And so this is the what do they call it? Royal Plum.
Royal plums.
Yes, royal. Yeah, here's your royal plums right here, the crown jewels of the amp line.
The royal plums.
It's like royal plum or something purple. I don't know. Royal purple. I don't know. But this is a custom Tolex for us, and it's very. If you know that we normally play through the D20, which is also the purple custom, because obviously we like purple.
Yes.
So we got a couple of these in stock in the purple, so if anybody's interested, and also prices are reduced currently for sales purposes during Jesus' birthday.
Well, yeah. Thanksgiving miss.
Did you see that Hey Yo Cheetah thing I sent you?
I'll
You
check.
never watched the videos.
Well, no,
I
some of
sent.
them I do. No, it just depends on when.
Like,
It depends on when
funny.
it hits me.
You know,
I'll check.
I never said anything that's like.
Well, no, yeah,
it's
no,
always.
yeah. I'll check.
Go look at the latest Hey Yo Cheetah. Because you know the Hey Yo Cheetah thing, right?
Yeah.
So if those of you that don't know, there's a YouTuber or TikToker, and it's called Hey Yo Cheetah, and it's a dude, and he kind of sings like in an R&B voice, but he's got like a puppet that's a cheetah, and so every video starts out with like Hey Yo Cheetah, and then the cheetah goes what's up, and so he sings like this falsetto-y thing sometimes, and then the cheetah raps.
Right.
And it's a cooking show. So it's like, I got this meatloaf, I need to cook it. And then he goes, oh, It's really, I can't do it justice.
Yeah.
But if you want to, go search Hey Yo Cheetah. It's pretty damn funny. I've been following those guys for a while. And they had a Christmas one that they just dropped recently. So check that out. But if you're easily offended, don't.
Right.
Now, I got a feeling that there's not a person in here that's going to be offended by such things.
No, I don't think so.
So if you are easily offended and, then don't go watch that. But if you do, I think there's a full-length video on YouTube. So go check that out. So that's my plug for the Hey Yo Cheetah guys.
Yeah.
We are in no way affiliated with the Cheetah guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, what else? Who else? Oh, Brian Duncan is in here. What's happening, Brian?
Oh, cool. Hey, Brian. And Terry is also from Canada.
Yes.
Yes. So you weren't excluded from.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't exclude you from Canada. We just didn't mention it yet.
Right. We weren't there. We didn't get there yet. We were doing the other bit.
Yes.
But Terry lives closer to Rev than Ben does because they're in what? Are they Manitoba, Saskatchewan, somewhere?
Saskatchewan.
Somewhere west of, because I think Terry and Ben are both East Canadians.
Okay. I don't know if. Okay, because I figured I know where Ben's at, but I don't know if I ever asked Terry. Actually, I guess I should have.
I thought, Terry, you're not far from Ben, though, right? You guys are both.
I thought he was
Ontario
close,
areas?
but I was gonna say I thought he was in the Ontario area, but maybe
Yeah, because
not.
Ben's only a few hours away from where I grew up.
Right. Oh, Brian's got
COVID.
Yeah.
Out there
It's
licking.
been, I was just
Out there licking doorknobs again.
exactly.
I know how you do, Brian.
You gotta lay off those elevator buttons,
you gotta
man.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's gross. Nobody wants to see that. Hey, metalhead hippies in the house. What's happening, man?
He's even further north, up in Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Metalhead hippies. Well, he's almost. Well, no, he's way up there.
Yeah, that's
Way
what I'm
west.
saying. That's why even
he's-
further north.
He's
yeah.
more west.
Well, and west, yes.
Yeah, more west than north.
Yes.
Ben's from South Central Ontario.
It's funny to think of.
It's like,
yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, I just was hoping you could get me a thing there. Rev is-
Sorry, but I'm going to
Winnipeg.
need that wallet.
Sorry, I don't have change. Yeah, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, okay.
18 hours or so west of me. It's about 3 hours south. Oh, okay.
18, wow.
Ben's about 3 hours south. Okay.
Okay, so he's up more in the middle area there. Okay.
Much colder up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metalhead Hippie says West Side.
So
what do we got this week?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
We got some chat time here, as we normally do, and then we'll go into this because we should go into some of the in-depth stuff.
Yeah, we can kind of talk about the amp more specifically.
Because you know what all the stuff in the back is doing too. I mean, there's not a.
Yeah, I mean, this one's not vastly different than the D20, which I know we've talked about several times because that's kind of the main amp we use for the demos anyway. This is more or less a combo version of it, but it did kind of address some of the, I would say, like, not underutilized, but it basically kind of changed some of the features that people weren't really capitalizing on the D20. Mm-hmm. So, like, it has a gain boost instead of just having the pull. It just has, like, a little click, which that one ends up being nice because this one does actually get a little bit of a little bit of hair to it. The other one really just got, like, kind of like loud cleans. I felt like it never really...
It was almost volume and
yeah,
it was more volume. It felt like more because like I have a D20 and it
it just feels more volume rather than actual gain, which is fine. But I mean, I know it compresses to a point, but for the way that most people are going to use that amp as a platform, like that's kind of what it was supposed to do. This one's nice though because you can kind of go back and forth from using the amp as just like a light drive or as just a clean platform. So.
Yeah, and it takes pedals very well. Just like the D20, it takes pedals real well. We're probably going to get the 40, the Dynamis 40.
Yeah, and I actually really like that one.
And I think there's going to be something new at the NAMM show.
Oh, cool.
That being said, I think that the Rev guys may actually come through town again, like they did last year. So before they go to NAMM or after. I was talking to Derek over at Rev, and we're trying to figure out what's going to be the best situation. Because now that we have the big room,
we can do it a little better this time.
Yeah, and what I'm going to try to do is see if we can set this up.
Yeah,
and have do a live thing. It might be just us shooting the shit, but it's funny because I was watching the Rev. They were doing a live stream last night, and it's kind of like it's just like us.
Yeah.
It's just sitting.
No,
here.
I've watched.
It's farting with pedals and swearing and making fun of stuff, and it's like.
Well, I do kind of like it when
it's very
when he randomly runs off to grab something.
Yeah.
Because it's like we do that too a lot, but I'm like, oh, so it's not just us that
no.
randomly can't find shit, and then it takes way longer to find it than you think it's going to.
Yeah, we run parallel. They got a guy there that runs the side bit.
Oh, okay. They do actually have a producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something that
which eventually, I was gonna say eventually when we can get back to doing. Maybe it would be less frequent, but like when we can get back to doing like a show and have, Jake or somebody produce.
Yeah.
Because like that would be kind of nice at least once a month to try to do that.
Well, so we're going to be working on an interface thing, and the new interface may have callers. We can let people call in, and I think we're going to try to do like a lapel mic and stuff like that and see if we can. I don't want it to be too crazy because I don't know if anybody really needs to be this close, But that way we could have all the stuff, and then we could have callers call in. I don't know if we're going to do headphones. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But we'll see.
Yeah, there's Charles. Hey, Charles. Charles also, we don't plug his show often enough. Charles also has his Guitar Safari show that, I don't seem to be off or whatever, like, when it airs, so I usually end up catching it after, But yeah, Charles runs his own show. It usually ends up featuring a lot of the same folks, that are kind of always in our group
in the community.
But it's still pretty fun because they end up usually. Charles does some like cool stuff with like the felt top stuff now, or not felt top, but the cloth top guitar stuff. So it's kind of interesting to watch like the ones that do and don't work for him and everything.
Nice.
A lot of them end up turning out pretty cool though. I mean, he obviously the Texas Toast guys used to do that quite a bit more often, but. They kind of stopped that more or less, didn't they? I mean, I can't say I've seen
They did it for a long time, and I think they just kind of worked past it, and then they've done.
Well, and Chris, honestly,
things.
Chris has always been good at painting, but Chris,
Yeah.
like even from like when I first met Chris to where he's at now with the painting, just because of how much more they've been doing, he's like so much better.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was always good, but like he's really, really good. Like now,
Chris
like
is really,
yeah,
he's top notch. That's for sure.
yeah.
Oh, Jake.
Oh yeah, hey Jake.
I sent you an email.
The updated shirts.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got to get the 52. No,
Well, we need to do that. We need to get some cards going, and then
I already put the order in for the shred shirts.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
So those
have
are
been
on order, and then we have
heavily requested.
Yeah, the Three Sisters. That's the one. Andrew's been waiting on the address change.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
we haven't
I'm going to
printed
work
that one
on
forever.
and I'm going to work on a new one. Well, 2 new ones. Jake, while you're here, we need to do a Colorado one, and I was thinking maybe the bumper sticker like we had, so we might do that one.
Oh yeah,
It's like we're all having a meeting, and then everybody just showed up, and like we're talking about
Jake's.
it. Yeah. Hey Jake, this is what we got to do next.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got to do a Colorado one, because somebody suggested it, and then we have the other one that I got to get a hold of, Steve Yoyada.
Oh yes.
So it's going to be another official one, which I think is going to be cool once it's all said and done. We'll
Very
keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah.
All right. So Terry 3G says, "Hello, is this Ike's Plumbing Service? My dumpster's clogged, and I need you to come unclog it ASAP." Said in a Brooklyn-y accent on the call. My dumpster's clogged. Oh, all right. So what are we doing?
Well, I mean, I guess if that's it for
For
the chatty bits.
Well, do we have anything else? Anything new? Anything exciting? Because we didn't do the thing last week because it was Black Friday, and
Well, and we actually ended up, we had a decent Friday. The weekend was a little weird, but
we had Black Friday and shit fuck Saturday.
the Small Business Saturday did not turn
Small
out.
Business Saturday
Yeah,
was
not great.
shite.
Yeah,
It was
granted,
steaming
locally, I
hot.
was gonna say locally we actually had some pretty shit weather too, because it was like 18 degrees and snowy, but.
And Sunday wasn't bad.
No.
But Small Business Saturday, for some reason,
I know. I always
it
hope
seems
it's
like we always feel like Small Business Saturday is going to be this really strong day, and every year it just seems like it turns out to not be. It's not awful.
No,
but
but it's just
not
it's
like
because we don't get our hopes up too much about particular times of year.
anything
But
anymore.
well, yeah, I was gonna say that that one in particular though. I feel like I don't know. It's hard not to like hope that eventually we're gonna have like a really awesome Small Business Saturday, but
Right.
we will eventually.
But what's kind of interesting is that we have. I mean, obviously we have a lot of locals that shop with us, and they shop. They prefer to shop at a small place, more like our
Yeah,
place, instead of online all the time. It's just they're not here on that Saturday.
No, I still like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. I know what you mean.
And we had cool, really good discounts and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, most of which we're still kind of running through the end, or at least till the first.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
now, I was gonna say some of them are gonna be going well, probably past the first of the year, but we're at least doing some of the Black Friday deals are still going all the way through the first. So
And if there's something you guys are interested, if you're watching this at some point, you can email us, info@flipside-music.com. If you got your eye on something, if you want to call us and ask us questions about it,
yes,
I'll do it. And discuss, the item.
yeah,
Give us a call. I mean, honestly, that's the best way to do it. We have, it's just funny because we get people that like messages on like Reverb and they're local. It's like just message us through the website.
Well, and that
through the
was like a
shop,
lot last month. That was crazy
Yeah,
how
it was
many
kinda
people
nuts.
last month. Yeah, that was a little weird. But
We got a few orders this week though from people that are around
Yeah.
in Colorado, which is fine. But it's also like don't go through Reverb.
yes,
If here's a tip to anybody that watches this, you guys or anybody afterwards, if you're still hanging around after all this shit.
well, and anybody random who might watch this, we have a website.
Yes, we do have a website.
Yeah.
Go that way. It's way easier. You're probably going to get free shipping on most things after a certain price point on the website, whereas we don't do that on Reverb because we can't absorb all that cost. But if you go to Reverb and you're looking at an item and you see it at a music store, that's a legit store, not just Joe Bob's treehouse of guitars. Call the store. Most likely they'll work with you on the shipping. They might even work with you on the cost because they don't have to pay that fee to somebody.
Yes.
So if you do,
take
that extra step and call them because most likely they'd be happy to work with you.
Yeah, and especially if you do have a shop in particular that you're trying to support, going through their website almost always is going to be the best way to do it. I mean, most people, like I said, some businesses prefer to do business through Reverb these days, but ultimately, like with just the way all this back end works, like I can almost guarantee it's going to be better for any, like that applies to anything, shoes, whatever, like any,
go to their website.
Go to any place's website generally if you can.
If it's a small business.
Yes, yeah.
Obviously that kind of works out.
Right.
We're kind of proponents.
Yeah, proponents.
Proponents of the small business stuff. We know how that feels. And like people said, it makes a big deal when you go shop at a small place compared to be like, oh, great, I got all my stuff from Jeff Bezos on Amazon so you can build another dick rocket.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you actually see the people you're supporting. I mean, that's the whole thing with any small business, because like even a lot of the ones that we all go to in town ourselves, most of us go there because we know who works there. We know who's behind the counter there.
We know who owns it. Or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like Twist and Shout, Max is up at Twist and Shout, so it's like that's usually where I'd go for records locally. Same thing like with Chuck being over at Mutiny. Like go anywhere you can where you know the people, and then that way at least you know where your money is actually going. Because these days it's getting harder and harder to have that feeling, if that makes sense, of like knowing that your money's going to the right spot.
Yeah, like our shirts go to Andrew at Blackout Screen Printing. We go to Alex at Rupp's Drums for drum stuff. You know what I mean? We know Dave over at Moncton Guitars, if there's stuff that he's got that we want, that we like, like Goots bought a guitar from him because it was just something that we didn't have.
Right.
But it means a lot to go to the local guys, and whatever town that is, wherever you are, do that. Or if it's a unique piece, you have to get a hold of somebody to do it.
Yes.
So, Ryan Hall's in the house. Hey, RJ's in here. Bought the
Yes.
Telly.
Yep, from this morning.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's happening, man? Hopefully you're rocking out on that thing. That thing's a killer guitar, man.
That was a sweet one.
Yeah,
particularly
really
with the binding, like that was a very
the
nice
binding
looking,
is like the classy bit.
Yeah. You think they'll ever do the double binding one again? I always thought like of all the Tellys, that was the most. I know like Tellys aren't supposed to be Les Pauls, but I always thought that one it had that, that more, that solid look. It's like, I don't know, it's like putting a dress shirt on a guitar. When you do the double binding, like it's just a little bit.
Just a little bit of class.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of class. So Jeff Egan says, plus you get nice thank you notes from Ike and Dylan when you buy from them.
Yes.
We do.
And if I'm not in a hurry, sometimes I'll draw you an alien.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I can't draw for shit, so you just get what you get with me. I might throw an extra sticker in there. But that's true. So we do everything that we ship out, whether it's in the store, from our website or even through Reverb. And there's always a handwritten note. We throw stickers in there. Sometimes we throw extra stuff in. And I got cool ideas for the stuff we're going to do next year. It's just an appreciation. It's also marketing. But you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but it's also like, and we don't. If we sign it, we packed it. That's also part of it too. So like we it's not like we just sign the note and hand it to a dude in the back. Like if we sign it, that means we packed it. So
you got to remember, 99% of the things that get packed and shipped here is one of us.
Yes.
Everything: guitars, amplifiers, pedals, shirts, whatever. Sometimes Gordo jumps in a little bit here and there when we can't get to stuff. But for the most part, we're the ones shipping it out.
Yeah. And a lot of that is to make sure that we're the finalized seeing it on the way out. Which, we're getting busier and busier, but we still like to keep that. Because that part of it, at least, feels like the well, it goes back to what you're saying. Shopping local and you get hopefully a different level of customer service than you would get with some of the big box stores. So
yeah. We're going to start putting Dylan's cell phone number in there, too.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a problem? You's got a problem? Call Dylan. He's always up.
Yeah. Never answers up.
Never answers. Dylan's the guy that will text you and you'll immediately text back.
Well, and it
And then
depends, because sometimes
and then he'll answer you
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
And then you need one last text follow-up, and that's it. You're done. 6 hours later, oh, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, maybe my ass. We've been doing this for years.
Yeah, well, it is most of the time, yeah.
It's very consistent.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody's like, okay, enough of your guys' horse shit. All right, let's
yeah.
fiddle fart around with these pedals.
All right, so yeah,
And this
right
amp
now
for a
the
bit.
focus, like I said, will probably be the amp for the most part. So I guess we'll go through that real quick before we turn everything on. So like we said earlier, the D25, which the D is short for Dynamis, so it's out of their Dynamis series, which that is kind of their clean. Like for anybody who's wondering, the generators are always going to be the gainy ones. The Dynamis series is always going to be the cleaner ones. So anybody shopping for Rev, that's the distinction.
Yeah, the generator stuff is what I think they call the Pro.
Well, and that's their
Series
flagship models, yeah. But those, all of the generators, and I mean like the G20, the G100, the G120, all of those are all going to be gainy. What? Oh yeah. No,
It's not just you, Carla.
Yeah.
No, all the time.
Anyway,
I'm gonna get carrier pigeon set up at the house. So if I'm like, I need to get a hold of him.
well, sometimes that
Go
might
get him,
my
Bob!
idea.
Go, Bob! Go get him!
A summons from the have to unravel the little tiny note.
I'll just do it this way.
What actually?
All right, sorry.
That or write it in a circle so that I have to like keep spinning it to
Just
figure out what it is.
Make it more and more involved.
All right, so yeah, the Dynamo Series D25 basically is the combo version of the D20. But they did, like we mentioned earlier, they went ahead and instead of having a pull knob on the, that sounds terrible, instead of having a pull control on the gain, they ended up just making it a switch that you can toggle on and off, which gives it a little gain boost, which is kind of nice because it definitely lowers like how much, like even when you're adding pedals for more gain, it definitely lowers like the headroom so that you're getting more of the amp breakup sooner with that one for sure. Like even if you're not getting a huge volume increase, you definitely get the amp to break up a little sooner. This one does actually feature reverb, which is actually really nice compared to the heads, because the heads were obviously just too tiny for that. Mm-hmm. Also features the same pre and post switch. So this is if you're using the effects loop, essentially you can change whether the effects loop is hitting the front end of the preamp or post. So if it's in post, that would be more like a traditional effects loop, especially good for like time-based effects. But if you wanted to go more of the old school, like running your time-based effects into the front end, you can also just hit that pre-switch and that'll switch that around. So ends up being pretty nice. I guess the idea might be too that if you ran your entire board through the effects loop, you could change whether it was, in post or pre. I guess that could be part of it. I just don't know that, like most people I think always end up divvying up their time, like the time-based stuff would be in the effects loop, everything else would be up front. So to me, like that part might not be as usable for that, like running your whole board.
Post, I mean, but then you're using it basically almost as a power amp.
Well, yeah, because then essentially you're just exactly. Which if you're using some of their pedals and some other things has its merits, but you still want the two preamp side of it just for that warmth, I think. So, like I said, for me, it would probably be more of a situation where, like, if you had delay or reverb and you wanted to switch the order, that's really what that would be for the most part. And then the last little button here, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, so, but this last little button is for the load from the speaker or from the internal 2 notes captor. So it does feature the same captor that's in the D20, so you can do 6 virtual cabinets that are all on board, or you can use their free software that comes with it. Like anything that you buy from them, you get basically your serial number for your product is your activation code for the software most times. And it does, because it does have the 2 notes captor, it does have the headphone out directly on the front, which is really nice. And it also has a DI out on the back. So if you ever need to run directly to the house, you can do that, which is really nice too, because you can actually run stage sound and run it out to the house. But if you're running it out to the house, you get to choose which of the virtual cabinets is going, so you can actually make it sound like a much larger amp than just a 112. So,
Right.
because I mean, like they have, I think they
have
have
412 in there.
Well, they have a 412. I think they even have like the old 8 or no, never mind. Somebody gave me that one. But you can put your own IRs on there too. So like there's an 812 that you can load onto there too to make it sound like a full, a full stack if you wanted to. So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it from the amp. I think. Well, I guess I should preface too. It is all tube, so the front end is all 12 AX7s. The power section is going to be 2 6v6s. No rectifier on these, right? I don't recall a rectifier.
I don't think so, but I don't quite remember.
Okay, and then you can toggle this guy from either 5 watts or 25 watts, which is really, really nice. We probably won't demo that because it's literally like a massive jump in volume, so we'll probably just leave it on 25 for now.
Yeah.
But it does have that option. And then one of my favorite things that they added, if you're going to use this guy for recording, is it does have a output level for your send. So like if you are sending it out to the house, or if you're sending it to a mixer like we are, you actually have a control rate for that on the amp, which you do on the heads too, but it's really tiny, and I have a really hard time getting my fingers in there sometimes. So having a full size control for that is pretty awesome, I think. Kind of like I said, they basically, all the points that people were sort of, and they weren't really bad things about the D20.
Just wish lists.
Yeah, because the D20
like
was so small, like you couldn't really expect it to have much more on it for the size that it was. So this, essentially, for the added little bit of size, you get, a few more features that are like topside, rather than having...
if you wanted a combo instead of doing the head and cab situation.
And they're not very heavy either. They're
I was just going to say that. Okay. As far as weight-wise, I don't know exactly what they come in at, but they're not super heavy. So it's a nice portable amp. For me, I like the fact that it has the 2 notes in it because, I mean, you can put pedals in front. You can use this for recording. You could do all the things you need to do. You can gig with it. It's got kind of everything.
Yeah.
Kind of got everything in it. It's pretty rad, I think.
Yeah.
And it's purple, this one.
Yes. Yeah, which we should specify one more time for anybody that wasn't watching at the beginning. The purple one is exclusive to us right now, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Purple with the salt and pepper.
Yeah. So if you want one that looks way cooler than just the stock one, even though the stock one looks pretty great, it is
on the website currently, and I believe we are at like a $14.99 price point right now. So like,
oh, is it that low? Okay, we're running. Well, anyway. If you do go to buy one, if the checkout doesn't, because it should automatically have the discount on there still. If it doesn't, obviously just let us know and we'll fix it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So let me go turn the pedal cam on, and then I guess if you're all tuned up, we can just roll into it.
It's kind of tuned. It wants to be in tune, but it's not being in tune. Damn wiggle stick stuff. This is the most exciting portion of the show.
Oh, and for some reason this guy decided to go out of focus.
What's out of focus?
The pedal cam. There we go.
Oh, always good.
Okay. Oh, and we will probably, I'm just going to run the reverb from the amp. I'm not going to run pedal reverb. We probably will have just a touch of delay on there too, though.
Let's run it with just
well, yeah, we'll run it bare, but usually I was going to say the rest of the time we'll probably have, because that's been good for like a good level stop as well. Make sure we're not clipping.
I'm going to turn the gain boost off.
So this is bare clean, just straight. We're not boosting, we're not adding anything. This is just the amp as it is.
Why is this?
Oh, is it still going out?
Yeah, it's kind of just.
Are these tight?
Yeah, this. Yeah, I'm like.
Might need a restring.
Yeah, it might be around time, and she's getting a little.
Yeah, I actually got to do my Chevelle after that too. All right. quick tuning break. So right now the reverb's about halfway up. I'm gonna go ahead and dime it just so you guys hear how much reverb there can be. Which, not overwhelming. And I would say it's more of a. It almost sounds more like a room reverb than it does a spring. Yeah. Ben says the amp is very amp sounding. So it is very amp sounding.
Yeah, we're gonna go into that one. I can't. No, I can't do it. No, yeah. I think I'm all out of whack over here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just.
Hit your G string one more time.
Maybe I'm just hearing everything wrong.
No. Yeah.
Just I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I guess so.
I'm having a weird audio day.
All right.
Hold on. Let me see if I can play it. I think I can. I don't know.
For all the little girls
yeah.
out there, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. Just playing around.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and kick on the G2. So the G2 is kind of their medium drive pedal, kind of in the plexi vein, which is why they actually ended up doing the gold version to kind of remind people that it's in that plexi-ish kind of family.
The G2. Very underrated for Rev. Like
it really is. It's the most overlooked one by far. I don't know why, other than that the G4 and the G2 do have a lot of overlap, but for anybody that doesn't need the gain of the G4, the G2 is definitely a really solid pedal. It's just, it is kind of weird because like it, you know, they've even said that they have a harder time kind of getting people to, it's not really give it a go. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's weird because it's like it fits the plexi vein, and every time we plug it in, it's like we are always reminded it sounds really good.
Yeah, because we haven't played one in a bit.
Yeah.
We plugged it in earlier, and we're like, this is great. The G3 obviously is kind of a tighter metal.
Yeah, super
sound,
high gain, yeah.
Super high gain, tighter metal, you know, low end kind of thing. And the G2 sounds great, though, for just straight up rock and roll.
Yes.
You know, G4 obviously is gainier.
Well, I think the G2, if you boost it, which you guys you'll hear later, when you boost it, like it has more than enough, you know, gain, and it stacks really well with other things. So if you're somebody that's already kind of layering your drive, it's definitely a solid one to consider. All right.
I'm just like, gunshot. I'm in my own head right now. That's the problem.
Well,
what's that?
That's not gonna play in a minute.
I'm like getting my own.
remarkably quiet for how much gain we're running right now. Like in terms of hum. I mean, there's a little bit, but like
still,
that's what I mean. Like you're still playing normal single coils, so like that's to me that is worth a lot. Actually, especially for single coils, that sounds really good. Yeah. There you go.
That's always a good one.
Yeah.
It's nice and crisp too.
Well, it's crisp. It's also very creamy and pretty warm too. You're good. Maybe I'll go on the C sharp caster. It's interesting too because it really didn't. I mean, I know we played it a little bit before we did this, but I didn't really have to tweak anything hardly, and it sounds pretty much dead on.
No, it sounds really good. Yeah, we should probably jam a little bit before we.
Yeah, well,
even get going,
warm
up
yeah.
and get into the flow because that's part of the problem. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like but even so, let's take that off of there. Just go off. You know how I do it.
Do you need that boost there? It's a lot warmer. It's actually very warm, yeah.
the neck pickup sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty velvety. Do you have the tone rolled back or no?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting too because it. Well, to say that we're in a room, obviously, so there's a little room reverb in here, but the reverb on that just sounds like you're in a bigger space. It doesn't sound like spring reverb, which I kind of prefer it to be.
Yeah,
honest.
it's not doing the.
Yeah.
It's not doing the surf. This is not going to do the surfy stuff.
No, but
Not
I was
gonna
like,
get
I
that
kind of
effects.
like the fact that you could then add that again via the effects loop if you wanted to go more, classic
you could,
reverb.
Yeah, you can put that in with like
Yeah.
Source Audio, True Spring, or something like that. You can
Yes.
get that real springy, drippy thing. But this is for like, I don't know, just playing in a room.
Yeah.
You're
Well, it
good.
just gives it
I
a
mean-
bigger feel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds really good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'm not sure what the hell that was.
Like, what's going on over there?
Sam's up to something.
All right, don't blast me out over here though.
Oh, I will.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna.
All right, let me tune real quick because it's probably been a week since this guy was tuned up. Yeah, it held pretty decent.
No, it's not too bad. I was playing it the other day.
Okay.
Hey, Great Manzini, what's happening? And Doc is in here too.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
It sounds great with that lower tune. I'm gonna have to.
It does.
I'm gonna have to F with that after because we're close here.
Okay.
So I want to say hello to Johnny Bean who popped in the stream for a bit, and then Great Vanzini is asking what pedal are we playing today. So
we meant to get to the G3, but we basically stuck on the G2.
yeah, because the G2 sounds great. So we're looking at the Rev. This is the new. Well, it's relatively new. Rev D25 combo. So this is what we were kind of showcasing today. Usually we run everything through the Rev D20.
Yes, which is the head version.
Which is basically the head version and a few watts less. Yeah. This is the combo, and so we're just kind of showcasing this because, well, we got them.
Yes.
And they're pretty damn cool, and I think I might want one myself.
Yeah.
I already have a D20, but I do love a combo because I'm getting, like just less carrying things. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah. He does abuse the pedals for tonal goodness.
Well, yeah. How are you going to have a finisher like that with laser noises if you don't?
Yeah. You have to use, you got to do something. Yeah. You can't just. That's my move. All right. So let's. You
got to sound like you fell apart on purpose.
Yeah. Like it's all just crumbling.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to wrap this thing up.
Yes.
Hey, Steve, thanks, man. And then I know Dale's lurking somewhere in the shadows. I'm sure he's lurking in the shadows. But so this is all part of a Thursday guitar thing. We do an hour, and then we kind of hand it off to our friends over at Texas Toast Guitars. They're going to do an hour, and then after that, Dylan talks tone and does his thing. So it's like a guitar extravaganza, guitar Thursday night deal. Music Therapy Laz is in here. He's lurking as well.
Nice.
We'll see him here in another month or two.
And then, did you already mention tomorrow? I don't know. I didn't hear you.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Just the used. We've been doing the used gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the used gear showcase every Friday. We usually do it around like between 1 and 1:30-ish in terms of a start time. But yeah, so stay tuned for that because that's also where we're putting out some pretty amazing deals, especially if especially if you're paying attention to the prices the stuff normally goes for. There's some amazing savings going on with some of those. Yeah,
so tune in tomorrow. Yeah, probably about 1:30.
Yes, yeah.
Because what happens is we have great intentions of doing shit early.
Well, and then it doesn't, morning happens and we still have to round up all the stuff and
Yeah, and then it doesn't happen like the way we want it. So tune in tomorrow and we'll pick out some cool stuff. I don't know what we're going to pick out yet, but it's going to be cool.
Yes.
So tune in tomorrow about 1:30. All right? And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Yes.
All right, let me have that thing because I'm going to play this thing in low.
Okay.
I won't play it.